And hello again, people. Today we're on a 2007-2008 Chrysler 300C. Story is, everything was fine. This is a vehicle hire company I'm at. One day a no good rascal came along and got into the car, broke in, rummaged through some stuff, knocked the gear lever out of park, the car rolled back, put it back into park, and since then the vehicle won't start. AA have been out twice. Apparently there's no communication between the ignition and a relay under the bonnet, but I'm going to ignore all that and I'm going to start from scratch like we always do. So I've got to the battery in the boot and just having a little look around. I'm going to do a test on this straight away. The first thing I've noticed is we've got a severely corroded, this is why I always do my own checks first, ignore what everyone says, severely corroded earth terminal. Not saying that's the problem, but that's obviously not good. It's had some wiring repairs in the past, or modifications on this harness. That's been opened before. This positive terminal, I don't know, looks a little bit loose underneath for whatever reason, and it looks like a little bit of water ingress, obviously rust down there. So yeah, let's test the battery before we start actually doing any diagnostics inside the vehicle or on the network. We'll check the battery first. We'll check power on all the fuses to make sure the fuse is okay to start with. The AA man said something to do with a relay. It might be a dodgy relay. He told him to replace certain relays, not done anything, so we will go and check all the relays as well. So let me just get the battery tester. Right, so we've got the battery tester hooked up. It's a 680 amp normal lead acid, 11.769 volts, already looks bad. Test battery, it's a regular EN. We're going to go for 680. This is so fast. 680. Testing. It's going to say replace. Good. Low. 11.7 volts. 8.5 milliohm. 292 amps. 42% state of charge. So yeah, it's not completely dead, but I don't think it's any good. 11.7 volts, that's probably not enough for the computers to work correctly. That's definitely not okay. So yeah, I mean, really that needs replacing to start with. We will get our power pack, we'll test the fuses, power with the test light. We're going to test under the bonnet, and these ones with the ignition on, just to make sure the fuses are okay. To keep, we've got to do all the basic checks first. We can't think that if the AA man's done all the basic checks. But yeah, really, that's going to need a charge or a new battery. Bear with me. I'm going to do some tests now on the fuses. Right then, so ignition's on. We'll just test all the power to the fuses. I think you can see what I'm doing. I'm not looking at the screen. Yes, I'm looking at the screen. I can see you can see what I'm doing. So obviously this is how you test fuses. Make sure there's power on both sides. Any live ones that should be live will be live, and if there's power only on one side, it's knackered. You can visually inspect these ones. These are all okay. These ones here as well. So yeah, they're all good. We'll do the ones under the bonnet now. So open this up, find a suitable earth, which will be right there. We'll check these ones too. So far they're all okay. So can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, all the fuses are good. Visually inspect these ones, they're all good. Good. Right then, next thing is we're going to check the relays. Right, I've changed my mind. There's so many relays, it's going to take ages to test the relays, and they might all be fine. They probably are all fine. So let's just have a look if we can communicate with all the computers on the network. Make sure the CAN network's okay. Might be a really obvious issue going on. There's just one module dropped off. We're going to check power and ground to that module and find out what's going on. But currently, we don't really know what we're looking for. So we've checked all the basics. Obviously, we know the battery's no good. We can connect the booster pack up to that and just get some power, extra power into it. But I'll just get connected up to it and then we'll do a full scan and see what we get. I mean, telltale sign, 10.97 volts. Has the AA man missed the most obvious thing? I'm pretty sure this is going to be a battery voltage issue, because the computers aren't going to be working at 10.9 volts. They may be, but not correctly. It's reading the modules, so we should get connectivity with the ones we need to. Yeah. So the network's all good. Right, let this finish and we'll have a look at the report. So the report is saying stored, ignition run only, input circuit open. Implausible missing ECU network configuration, missing vehicle configuration. They're stored. Active, lost communication with security siren. That shouldn't stop it starting. Active, implausible data received from front control module. Parktronics. Okay, well that's just the parking module. That shouldn't stop it starting. Low tyre pressure. Lost communication from right head leveling control module. What's going on then? It's going to be battery. It's going to be battery, isn't it? Well, as soon as you're starting to crank, it's losing comms, and it's just not liking it. I'm pretty sure that's the issue. Let's just try it. Let's get a power pack hooked up. Right, so we've got the my new SIP 1600 hooked up onto the battery. Let's see what we get. So we're already at 12 volts again. Well, we're at 12, sorry, not again, we're at 12 volts now. That's what we wanted to see. We'll turn off, turn it on again. There's the low rear tyre pressure, right rear low pressure, service park assist system. Yeah, okay. That's it. No crank. No crank. Right. Let's have a look at the live data in the powertrain control module. Ooh. There we go. We'll have a look at live data and see if the immobilizer is working. Right. I've took it out of park and now it's cranking but no ignition. No ignition. And in park it won't crank. So that's definitely a sensor fault on this. That's because it rolled back and they put it into park. It's messed up something, and that's why it's cranking in neutral but not in park. So that's that sort of semi-sorted. We've got it cranking, so we know with the starter circuit everything's okay. Why is it not firing? Starter relay on. Ignition switch on. Start crank on. Start crank on. So it just sees that we want to crank. We'll put it into neutral. Start relay. Yeah, all on. Alright. Park neutral switch. It's in. Yeah, see, it's in DR, but it thinks it's in. Well, it's in P, but it's actually in DR. If I push forward on the lever, it goes into PN. So see if I can start it from park position. I'm going to have to do this one-handed. One sec. I'm going to have to push it. Yeah, I can't do it. I need to... One sec, I need to pause. Yeah, so if I push forward on the lever and it cranks. So that's that issue sorted. Why is it not firing? Rail pressure. Too low rail pressure. Vertical engine. Rail pressure's too low. Have we got fuel? Very low. There's definitely no fuel, or the injectors aren't firing, potentially. Oh, of course, it's not going to like that because its ignition's off. Alright. Bear with me, guys, let me just find the injectors. Well, I just thought I'd have a little look under the bonnet, remove plastic cover, and straight away I went, oof, I know this engine. These are awesome engines. It's not a Chrysler, it's a Mercedes. It's a 3-litre V6 Mercedes. These are bloody good engines. Whopping great turbo on the top there. The only common fault on these, as far as I know, is this little rubber seal here going. And that's it. These are solid engines. However, upon further inspection, what do we have here? We've got a fuel leak. So clearly there's going to be either some air in the system. Does it need bleeding? If we whack some easy start in it, just to give it a little cough to life, is that going to help? But it's leaking quite a bit of fuel, and it's leaking down the side, and it's leaking... Where else is it leaking? Yeah, it's leaking fuel, split fuel pipe there, if you can see. So that's another thing. Let me just give it a little spray of easy start, and we'll have a look and see what happens. Right, so we've got the good stuff. It's a good diagnostic tool, this. I just want to see, this will tell us if mechanically everything's okay, and if there's air in the system, it will allow the engine to turn over quick enough just to pull a bit of diesel fuel through, sorry, and then it should get it going. I'm going to have to just open this airbox up, spray it in there on the air filter, not too much, jump in real quick and then crank it. And what do you know? Running like a train, like a Swiss watch. Listen to that Mercedes purr. Sorry, Chrysler. Let's get the parking brake on. And I don't want to blow my trumpet too much, but you're welcome, mate. I'm just filming my process, mate. I do YouTube videos, so. But yeah, no, it was. I'll talk you through it. So, firstly, you need a new battery.
Oh right.
Secondly, I'm just going to pause the video, guys. Back in 1 sec.
This is lit. What?
No, to be honest, mate, AA.
No, not AA.
Oh right.
The garage.
Oh, the garage. Oh right. Okay. Yeah. No, so it's just a split pipe on there. Yeah, they haven't serviced it right, mate. They haven't, or they have serviced it and they split the pipe. Have they changed the fuel filter? No. So. Right, sorry about that, guys. Just had to explain to the customer what's been done and what needs doing. So yeah, AA, eat your heart out. The garage that just serviced it, I think they've messed that pipe up. It's just been serviced apparently, so yeah, apparently that's why it's messed up. But yeah, don't know what to say. That was a quick one. I will leave it here for now. I was expecting this to be way more involving, but the customer knows what needs doing. Obviously, again, like I say, this is the reason why I stick to the basics and do my own checks and ignore everything anyone else ever said, because this is the reason why. It's always going to be something that they've overlooked, or that's why you have to follow your own procedures to make sure that you cover all the basics from start to finish. That's how I diagnose my vehicles, quickly and efficiently. So anyway, I'll leave it here. Chrysler 300T with a Mercedes power plant ready to go. Happy customer. He's promised me a £50 tip, so that's great. And that's it. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be back again soon.